Good evening. We're talking about understanding the process of meditation. This is the fourth part. It's by Swami Rama. This is the fourth part of this series. This method of meditation is an inner method which has been thoroughly explored for centuries by the great sages. There are various channels for acquiring knowledge. Knowledge gained through the mind, knowledge received through the senses, and knowledge obtained through instincts. But the finest of all is intuitive knowledge, which has been the guide of all great men in the past. To reach the infinite library of intuition within is not easy. It is a difficult task, but it is not impossible. Just as a scholar works hard to accomplish his task in any academic field, so also should the meditator collect the teachings from various traditions and examine these methods before he applies a particular method that is suitable to him. Meditative scholars instruct the student in how to be free from external influences and how to follow the primary steps so that the body, senses, and mind are prepared for meditative experiences. If these preliminaries are ignored, then the student may waste years and years in hallucination and fantasy, simply feeding his ego and not attaining any valid or deeper experiences. A valid experience is the deep experience which can guide the student. A human being may have experiences on many levels, but not all experiences guide him. A valid experience is so clear that he does not need any external evidence to support that experience. Such an experience is gained only when the student attains a state of equanimity and tranquility. In the same way that a student makes a sincere effort to find a competent teacher and a suitable method of meditation, so also does a teacher remain in search of good students who are fully prepared to take this voyage. The voyage from the known to the unknown. Doubts and fears may arise in the mind on various occasions, but when the student decides to tread the path of meditation, he sincerely prepares and disciplines himself. He examines all his instruments in the laboratory of life. Body, senses, breath, and mind are attuned toward meditation alone. Those who have been researchers in the external world, who have examined its pleasures and joys, discover that the highest of all joys is meditation, and this joy leads to that eternal joy called samadhi. Such great ones like to keep their eyes partially closed, looking into the innermost light that shines within this frame of life.
It's 9:15.
According to our tradition, which is a meditative tradition more than 5,000 years old, mantra and meditation are inseparable, just like two sides of a coin. Some shallow methods that have been taught to students lead one only so far, but the systematic method of meditation can help a student to attain the highest of all states. To practice the method of meditation, one should not dive into shallow waters, for the pearls of life are found in the deep ocean and not in ponds, lakes, or rivers. During deep meditation, the great sages heard certain sounds called mantras. In the Bible, it is said that those who have an ear to hear will hear. When the mind becomes attuned, it is capable of hearing the voice of the unknown. The sounds that are heard in such a state do not belong to any particular language, religion, or tradition. There are two types of sounds: the sounds that are created by the external world and heard by the ears, and those sounds heard in deep meditation. This sound is called anahatanada, the unstruck sound. Inner sounds, which are heard in deep meditation by the sages, do not vibrate in exactly the same way as sound vibrates in the external world. These inner sounds have a leading quality. They lead the meditator towards the center of silence within. The following simile can help in understanding this. Imagine that you are standing on the bank of a river and you hear the current as it flows. If you follow the river upstream, you will come to its origin. There you will find that there is no sound. In the same way, a mantra leads the mind to the silence within. That state is called soundless sound. We'll stop there and do the next section of this and the last section next time, okay? Thank you for joining me. Thank you for playing. Please follow the sound to silence. Follow mantra to the silence. That's where the ultimate meaning of Om is to be located. Om Tat Sat. Thank you for playing. Have a wonderful next meditation. May it be still and quiet. Okay? Bye-bye.